Welcome back, everybody. Well, this was the video I said that I was going to make. Well, my first subscriber, young timer, old timer, left a comment, and I told him that I'd like to make a video of all my truck models, my semis, and he was very enthusiastic about seeing them. And so I'd like to apologize for leaving it for so long before actually doing this. So Demi, if you're watching, I hope you enjoy these. Well, these are vehicles that I've had for a long time. Some of them were given to me, but all the others I've found over the years that I've been collecting. I've been collecting for over 32 years now, and I've got lots of cool stuff. Now I've got like the Chevron Cars car carrier, and I could have included in that video, but I want to put everything on the table that I could fit. And well, these are roughly 1/64 scale. These are larger than 1/64 scale, but I put what would be considered 1/64 scale over here. Well, I'll show you some vehicles that are supposed to be a 1/64 scale. That's my Richard Petty car. It must be a rough road because that trailer's shaking pretty good. So let's see if I can do some good truck driving skills here. So this is copyright 1996 from Racing Champions. And it's part of the Richard Petty, well, it says 25th anniversary, so 96. So minus 25, that would be, what, 71? So maybe 71, 25th anniversary of STP as their sponsor. I'm not sure, but anyways, it's a cool diecast to have. It's 1/64 scale, and it's got decals for, for the graphics there, and as you can see, it's stuck on there, and not the best, but hey, this was maybe 7-8 years after Racing Champions came out, or maybe a little longer, but overall pretty cool. And then we go on the back, and the hatch comes down, so you can load your car onto the trailer. We'll have a look at the chassis. Well, there's Racing Champions. So, made in China, 1994 it looks like there, but the box it says copyright 96. So anyways, we'll put that aside. And then I have another Richard Petty that I'm not sure if this is an older one, because if you look at the cab, the sleeper on the back, and this one, well, it's just a fairing with a basic sweeper, or sleeper. Sorry. And well, let's take the trailer off. And there's no wheel to keep the trailer up. And we'll look at the bottom here. So this is copyright 91, so it's an earlier casting. It's got rubber tires, nice chrome wheels, and again stickers for the graphics there. But this is what Racing Champions was putting out, so so we'll put that back on and then kind of snap it in place, and we'll park this over here. Okay, well, the next one is actually a majorette, and it's one I've had for a long time, and it's a very cool majorette to have. And I currently work at a Honda dealership, so all these years ago, I guess I kind of, well, well, I loved Hondas back then, so. And there's a car inside, and you've seen other videos, I'm sure, of this one. Ayrton Senna's name on that side. The other side is Alain Prost. And you see the championships they won. So this is a very cool majorette. And based on a, well, let's take the trailer off. And it doesn't say, but I think this is actually a GMC cab. And there goes a helicopter overhead, if you can hear that. But very cool. The horns on the roof are metal. Nice looking interior. So you can look up a lot of other channels and they've shown this one, or you can Google it and see more. Semis of this model. So we'll put that back. Well, I've showed a video of this one already, and this is very cool. It's a Matchbox, the Tacxco tanker. Now you see the white plastic is yellowed a bit, but overall it's got the hose on either side. All the decals are still intact. Not in the best shape, but... And this is really cool, where you flip the engine cover forward. And this is old Matchbox casting. Let's see if we can take this off without too much trouble, or, well, so that's the piece right there that you slide back to open the hood. But you see the decals are pretty nice. And I'll show you the chassis here. So this is an English made from 1973. So this is one of my cool finds. And now it comes off. So you can flip that up, set the trailer down for a realistic look. So as you can see, the hoses are still on both sides. So it's nice to have a complete model. So let's let's park that back here. Well, here's a really interesting vehicle. This is a Corgi toy, and I believe it's supposed to make sounds coming out of there, and there's a switch to turn it on. And it's milk chocolate Yorkie, so is that an English brand, I believe? Well, let's flip it over here. It's part of the Corgi-tronics, made in Great Britain, Corgi. Well, the rear tires are actually rubber, because when you flick the switch on, it will go forward, and as soon as it hits a wall, then it goes backwards and it'll turn. And so I'll keep doing that as long as the battery lasts. And let's just take this off. Now I gotta do this one-handed. So you take the cover off, and there's the batteries. Now there's supposed to be a light there, and that's missing. But I found this used at, Value Village. And overall, it's in beautiful shape. So I very much like the fact that I have this casting. And we'll put that back, and then another older one is, well, another Corgi car carrier. Oh, so it folds up, and it just snaps into place. Well, this is part of the Globetrotter. Now there should be a sign on the roof, I believe, or, well, anyways, I can't remember now, but it's pretty nice. So you can slide these things back to fit whatever cars you want on top. And we'll look at the chassis. So it's a Corgi, and this is a Volvo. So made in Great Britain. For the Corgi Juniors line, so it's not supposed to be a 1/64 scale, I'm guessing, or well, I don't know, whatever. Well, let's move to the other side of the table. And well, first of all, I want to show you something. And this is a cool big rig that I bought. Now, we used to have an Eaton department store, and I picked that up at the store, and it closed a long time ago. I can't remember, in the late 90s, early 2000. It's been so long ago, I can't remember, but this was a cool kind of promotional model that they produced. Now, Eaton, there's another company with that name that produces automotive products or something. I can't remember, but this was for the Eaton's department store, and it was, a competition to the Bay in Canada. And at the time, I thought it wasn't really that great of a die cast, but it was a cool truck nonetheless. But since I've had it, let's see, take this off. Now, these wheels are stationary, you can't move them, but that's still pretty cool. And of course, made in China. And it's got rubber tires, chrome wheels, nice graphics. The doors do open on the back. I don't know if I can do this one with one hand, of course. So that's pretty cool. So the doors open. All plastic, of course. But then the truck itself is actually pretty nice. The chrome pieces here are plastic, as is the grille and the headlights. And I believe it's supposed to be a Kenworth. If you look at the top of the grille there, that's the Kenworth logo. And they don't have any copyright. So black plastic, chrome plastic, but the silver portion is actually metal. And the body's metal with the cap, and the exhaust stacks are metal. So that is actually pretty cool. And if we can look in the interior, so this is a very cool die cast that I collected a long time ago and wasn't sure if it was worth having, but I definitely like it now. So let's do some driving skill here. Well, let's close up the doors here first. And, well, all right, we got to turn. Just missed that truck. I don't have enough table space to actually make the maneuver. Oh, I just about hit that car or a truck. Let's go. All right, you got to turn really sharp, and then let's crank it around. All right. Oh. All right, look at that. I can be a truck driver, no problem here. And there we go. Okay. Oh. There. Okay, we get it in there. All right. Well, did I pass my truck driving skill? Hopefully. And then, well, I want to give a shout out to Collins 164 Diecast and Customs. Well, I had this cab actually, and it's a Corgi. And as you can see, it's in rough shape, and somebody tried painting the white portion silver, and it's chipped all over. And so another time I commented on Colin's video, and he said he had the trailer for my cab. So to get the trailer off, you gotta press that button. And let's see, again, gotta do it one-handed. There we go. And so instead of the wheels, it's got this little thing that you flip down that holds the trailer up. So here, let's look at the cab that I found. Now, it was in a bag with other cars that I really wanted, but I thought, oh, wow, this was kind of cool. And it was missing some of the tires, so I found another casting that's in really bad shape, but still had the tires. So I was able to replace all the wheels or tires that were missing. I believe the tire that was on the spare tire here is the original one. And so, of course, well, they're Corgi toys. You see it molded on the tires. And so I just thought it was pretty cool. And the cool thing about this too is, well, you see the white portion of the drivetrain. Well, there's actually a spring in there, so it works real nice. So I had this all this time, and then Colin said he had one of these and that he would send it to me. And I thought, well, he lives in the UK and, you know, I can't afford to reciprocate, but he said, no problem. Now, it's got a broken strut there, but overall, this is very beautiful. I'm so happy that Colin sent me this. And it's a pretty wild trailer, 3 decks. I don't think that would be allowed in North America, but very cool nonetheless. Let's slide that a bit. And then another cool truck that he sent me, along with the trailer, was this old dinky. And I've never gotten any old dinkies like this before. And this is very cool. So thank you very much, Colin, again. Absolutely love this. And of course, it's got the jeweled headlights. And right-hand drive. Now, it's not in the best shape, but I don't care about that, really. I just love having the casting. And this is very heavy trailer. Now, let's see if I can get that off. So I'm very happy to have it. And of course, that flips down. You're going to display the trailer on its own. And there's a piece missing on the top, but otherwise, this is heavier than all my other die cast. Just the trailer itself, and then we got this cool cab. And here's the chassis here. I love it. Articulated lorry. I actually love the English terms for vehicles that we don't use over here. So there you go. And let's park this back. And then the next vehicle is another Corgi. And now this is missing, like there should be a roof sign here and some cables out the back. But this is the way I found it. And I thought, well, this is pretty nice. I don't think I paid much for it. And so it's pretty cool. The thing folds down. And so here's the chassis here. So, made in England, 1979. Part of the Matchbox. Oh, I said it was Corgi. Sorry, it's a Matchbox. But this is very cool. Then we got the trailer here. And there's made in England. And so it says 1980. And this is 79. So it would have had a different trailer in the back. And then they came up with another one. Anyway, so... Okay, well, that wasn't supposed to happen, but anyways, so let's put this back on. Well, thank you very much for watching this video. I know it's a long one for me, but I got to show you my 2 favorite ones. And now, a long time ago, back in the 90s, well, I was finding used Hot Wheels, you know, the red lines, and they weren't in the best shape, and I got this Tomart value guide book, and it would rate it from 100, and then you deduct points for the condition. And so a lot of the cars I found were like really low condition, especially ones with missing parts. But for some reason, everybody was into it, and so I was able to trade some guy a couple Redline Hot Wheels for this Corgi car carrier. And I absolutely love it because I love the Corgi brand. And so this is very cool. So let's see, I'll hold the camera here, hold the car, and then what happens when you pull the trailer from the vehicle, or pull the cab from the trailer, then the wheels just automatically pop down. So that's a very cool feature. The Corgi Major Toys, made in Great Britain. And here's the cab here. It's an absolutely beautiful cab. I love this truck. I love the cab over. Now this one's in really nice shape. Now one of the horns broken, but overall all the rest of the parts are there. It's got mirrors that move. And there's a top portion of the exhaust that's missing, but overall beautiful shape. Now this guy had this when he was a kid, and he didn't want to part with it, but I managed to convince him to trade it to me. So the whole body lifts up, got the engine, and of course it's got springs in it. Absolutely love the vehicle. And then the next one, well, I actually found this one before this car carrier, and it's another version of this vehicle. They only made 3 back in the mid-60s to late 60s. The other one was a tow truck based on the cab, but I found this at a used kind of a thrift store, a smaller one where they sold furniture and whatnot, and little private owned place, but they also had toys. And I found this one. Oh, and so the doors, well, they're supposed to slide. And so it's the same cab, same chassis, and see where the exhaust sticks up more, but then it's broken from there, and it's missing the mirror on that side, but overall absolutely beautiful. And of course it flips forward as well. It's got the beautiful trailer. So there you go. I hope you enjoy these vehicles as much as I do, because I absolutely love them. Oh. So I appreciate you watching, sticking with me through this video if you did. If you haven't, just watch it again, go through it, watch everything. So if you enjoy what you're seeing, please subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next one.